What are the most anticipated phones in the year 2023? Hello everyone, and welcome to this video where we'll be discussing the most highly anticipated phones that we can expect to see in the year 2023. If you're enjoying this content so far and finding the information useful, please take a moment to hit the like button. Not only does it show support for the content creator, but it also helps the video to reach a wider audience. As each new year begins, companies gear up to launch new versions of their popular phone series. This annual event has become akin to a movie or TV series release. Recently, Samsung released its new Galaxy S23 series of phones, which didn't differ much from last year's release. Following in Apple's footsteps, the Korean company has opted to standardize the design language and make minor modifications to its phones each year. Apart from the Samsung Galaxy S23 series, what other phones can we expect to be unveiled in 2023? Are there any upcoming releases that we're eagerly anticipating, or will they all be minor updates to their predecessors? In general, it's widely accepted that smartphones have reached a level of maturity in terms of both design and internal hardware. Consequently, it's expected that the philosophy of American tech giant Apple will influence all smartphones released in 2023. Having said that, there are several highly anticipated phones that we can't wait to see in 2023. What are the iPhone 15 versions and specifications? Why are we waiting for iPhone 15 phones? Finally dispensing with the lighting input and replacing it with the Type-C input. Addition of Dynamic Island to all series. Added non-physical volume buttons. Announcing the release of the iPhone Ultra. Admittedly, Apple's philosophy of not making drastic changes to its products is valid. However, we're eagerly anticipating the release of the iPhone 15 series, mainly because Apple has finally done away with the Lightning input and opted for the Type-C input. This decision wasn't made entirely by Apple on their own accord, but rather as a response to the European Union's laws mandating the standardization of charging ports across all phones by 2024. This move implies that the scheduled date for the standardization of charging ports will be met, and there will be a charger available that will initially feature a Type-C input, although it may take a few years for the majority of users to upgrade to an iPhone 15 or newer model. Buttons have been eliminated and replaced with touch-sensitive alternatives such as volume and response buttons, similar to what was previously introduced in the iPhone 7. The long-absent standby button is also expected to make a return. Additionally, there are rumors that a previous version may be re-released as the iPhone 15 Pro Max or iPhone 15 Ultra. In terms of hardware, the iPhone 15 and iPhone 15 Plus are expected to feature an upgraded version of the previous mobile chip, A16, while the iPhone 15 and iPhone 15 Ultra will come equipped with a more advanced A17 chip that boasts a manufacturing precision of 3 nanometers, much like last year's models. As expected, the cameras are set to receive an upgrade, as is customary every year. Reports suggest that there is a possibility of adding a specialized lens for optical zoom in the Pro and Ultra versions. Could the Google Pixel Fold be on its way? What makes us anticipate the release of the Google Pixel Fold? Google's first experience in the world of foldable phones, combining the raw Android experience in a foldable device, and Google's return to the tablet market. Google is poised to make its debut in the foldable phone market with the rumored Google Pixel Fold. Although there is no official confirmation of the project, sources suggest that the device may launch sometime this year. The release of Android 12L, a version specifically designed for large screens and foldable devices, is seen as evidence of Google's renewed interest in the tablet market. Additionally, graphics found in system files strongly suggest that Google is developing a foldable phone. If you were skeptical before, these indicators certainly suggest otherwise. The leaked image confirms that the Google Pixel Fold will utilize a hinge design similar to Oppo Find N, which minimizes creases on the screen and allows the device to close seamlessly without any gaps between the two halves. This design is an improvement over Samsung's Galaxy Z Fold 4, which failed to achieve a similar feat, possibly positioning Google to outdo its Korean competitor in the foldable phone market. In terms of aesthetics, the Google Pixel Fold is expected to resemble the Google Pixel 7, featuring a glossy finish and a prominent camera frame. However, there are some slight differences, such as the absence of extended edges on the screen and Google branding on the back glass. While Google is currently increasing its efforts to compete with Microsoft, there is a possibility that a Pixel Fold phone may be released later this year. Google Pixel 7a, leaks and expectations. Why are we waiting for the Google Pixel 7a? With exceptional camera performance, a sleek design from the 7 series, and affordability, there is no doubt that the company will continue to make a strong impact in 2023, regardless of whether or not it receives funding. This is especially evident after the company announced its profits for the last quarter of 2022, which showed that the 6a and Pixel 7 phones for cars were the best-selling models thus far. Additionally, the company has managed to capture a significant share of every market in which its phones have been launched. Google is introducing the A series of Pixel releases aimed at the economical price category without sacrificing much on the hardware. In fact, Google surprised us last year with the camera performance of the Pixel 6a, which outperformed the Pixel 6 and won the MKBHD award for the best phone camera in 2022. Therefore, we might be even more excited about the Pixel 7a phone than the Pixel 8, and fortunately, we have some leaks about this revolutionary successor. The Pixel 7a will feature a 90Hz refresh rate screen with wireless charging support, both of which are upgrades over last year's Pixel 6a. Additionally, it is expected that the Pixel 7a phone will come with the Google Tensor G2 chip, the same chip found in the Pixel 7 and Pixel 7 Pro. Regarding the cameras, leaks suggest that the Pixel 7a will use a similar camera system to its predecessor, which is understandable given the overwhelming success of last year's release as mentioned earlier. The design of the Pixel 7a phone will be identical to the Pixel 7 family, in terms of the shape of the glossy camera frames and the placement of the lenses within them, with a uniform color for the back of the phone. As for the front-facing screen, it will be almost identical in dimensions to the Pixel 6a phone. What do we know so far about the Google Pixel 8 and why are we waiting for it? The phone will be the first to come with the Android 14 operating system and will feature the new Tensor chips. Google is also expected to introduce new features with the help of artificial intelligence, but little is known about what they have planned for the Pixel 8. However, leaks have confirmed that Google is working on 2 new phones with the codenames Shiba and Husky, which will both share the same Zuma chip and come with 12 GB of RAM and Android 14. Shiba is expected to have an FHD screen with dimensions of 2268 by 1080, while Husky will have a higher resolution screen of 2822 by 1344. Suggesting that we are likely talking about the Pixel 8 and Pixel 8 Pro. As for the Nothing 2 phone, why are we waiting for it? It will feature an unknown Snapdragon 8 chip and is designed to break the technological routine and boredom. It is unclear whether a new backlight system will be developed. The former founder of OnePlus, Carl Pei, made headlines last year by announcing the Nothing 1 phone, the first phone for his new company, Nothing, which aims to change the traditional and monotonous routine followed by other tech companies by introducing new ideas we haven't seen before. We saw the Nothing 1 phone with its interactive backlight system, including impressive effects such as a light that indicates the battery level, as well as other entertaining uses. The Nothing interface is closer to the raw Android interface with some modifications, such as the use of pixelated icons and titles to match the company's identity. Due to Carl Pei's ability to deliver on his promise and introduce a unique phone, we eagerly anticipate the release of Nothing's second phone. While we don't have many details, we do know that it will be available in the United States, unlike its predecessor, and will have a price range that is expected to be higher than the previous year's launch price of around $490. We don't expect many differences in the design of the Nothing 2 phone, but reports suggest that the phone may come with an unannounced Snapdragon 8 chip, which could be the biggest upgrade compared to the Snapdragon 778G Plus chip in last year's model. As for the camera, the previous phone failed to deliver competitive nighttime photos. While the camera hardware wasn't bad, it's important to focus on the software side, which we hope to see in the Nothing 2 phone. Here's everything you need to know about the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5. With competition from Oppo Find N, Xiaomi Mix Fold 2, and Pixel Fold, if it's announced, Samsung needs to act quickly to compete with these devices and stay ahead as the largest manufacturer of foldable phones. Therefore, the Korean giant is preparing to offer a lot in the Galaxy Z Fold 5 phone, including completely getting rid of the creases on the screen resulting from the hinge by using a new structure called the water drop, which allows a portion of the inner screen to roll inside the main body of the phone. Samsung was granted a patent for this mechanism in 2016. Additionally, the phone is rumored to have a custom slot for the S Pen and possible camera upgrades. The new design is not only aimed at eliminating screen creases, but also increasing the hinge's lifespan, which will improve the durability of the Galaxy Z Fold 5 to withstand more folding and opening. Additionally, Samsung is expected to add space in the phone's design to accommodate the S Pen, which may make the Z Fold 5 thicker than its predecessor. We are eagerly anticipating the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5, which is rumored to have a smaller screen but with great capabilities, potential camera upgrades, and a new structure that may solve the issue of screen distortion. Samsung is expected to improve the reasons why people want a vertically folding phone, such as by significantly increasing the size of the rear screen, which would allow for new functionalities on the smaller screen. The new Galaxy Z Flip will also use the same new structure as the Fold 5, meaning that screen creases will not be visible in that version, which is a crucial improvement since previous versions always had a noticeable distortion that hindered user experience, with only one screen instead of two like in the Fold. As for the OnePlus Nord 3, while OnePlus has clearly deviated from its main goal of providing one phone each year to compete with all other flagships, the Nord series is still worth paying attention to. It is aimed at the mid-range market with high-end specifications, and while the Nord series may be somewhat confusing, with the company releasing the OnePlus Nord 2, OnePlus Nord 2T, and OnePlus Nord CE2, we are still looking forward to the OnePlus Nord 3, which will be the beginning of the third iteration of the series from which the company will branch out with other randomly named phones. According to leaks, the upcoming OnePlus Nord 3 is expected to feature a large 6.5-inch AMOLED screen with FHD Plus resolution and a 120Hz refresh rate. It will be powered by either the MediaTek Dimensity 8100 or 8200 chipset and a 4500 mAh or 5000 mAh battery with 100W fast charging capability. Regarding the cameras, the phone is rumored to have a 50-megapixel main camera with OIS optical focus support, along with a secondary 8-megapixel camera, likely an ultra-wide lens, and another low-resolution camera that will likely not be used at all. There have also been leaks about the OnePlus Nord CE3, which is expected to be geared towards photography with a compromise on hardware, featuring a Snapdragon 695 chipset, a 108-megapixel camera sensor, and two other 2-megapixel sensors, along with a large 6.7-inch AMOLED screen with FHD resolution. These are some of the most anticipated phones expected to be released in 2023. Are there any other phones you are excited about? Share your thoughts in the comments.